Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I've got a video for you about skill-based matchmaking. It has reared its ugly head again, so I've got a little bit of insight on skill-based matchmaking, be offering my opinion on whether or not it's back. The gameplay you're going to get to see is me playing Skyjacked, and what's notable about this gameplay is that I am the only person on my team to capture any flags during the first round, which is what you're going to be seeing. I'll go ahead and pop the scoreboard up so that you can see how it'll turn out, but no joke, I'm the only person on the team that caps any flags. It was a very difficult, sweaty game for me while I tried to get LCAR9 headshots, kind of gave up and just started killing people, but very good and relevant for skill-based matchmaking. So, after the DLC came out, a lot of people in the community are feeling that lobbies are harder, significantly so. Hard enough to remind them of Advanced Warfare, and hard enough to have them ask Treyarch or just make general accusations that skill-based matchmaking has come back. When asked, Treyarch is like, we didn't bring it back, and the community is like, yes you did, and they continue to argue back and forth. Now, Treyarch has explicitly stated, several of the dev teams, and I think maybe on their official vlog, I'm not sure, that the skill-based matchmaking has not been changed. Matter of fact, matchmaking parameters have not been changed at all, with the exception of the fact that people are now being filtered between DLC and non-DLC playlists, which leads me to the pretty simple answer to this problem. DLC is non-optional this time around. Everybody installed the DLC on this gigantic patch. Whether or not it unlocks or not is whether or not you pay for it, and if you do have the DLC, then choosing to uninstall it or disable it, unlike previous Call of Duty games, is just not optional. So, if you have the DLC and you go into matchmaking, you're going to be put into a match with other players that also have the DLC. DLC owners tend to be more active, more dedicated, and generally better players than average because they played this game enough to decide that it's worth spending extra money on either for the single pack or for the season pass, and they're just kind of a more hardcore group. Are they the most hardcore? No. Are they the PC Master Race hardcore? No. But are they casual? Definitely not casual, and this means that if you have the DLC, that your lobbies are going to get harder. How much harder? I don't know. It depends on how good you were before. If you were like really bad before, this will probably feel awful. If you were really good before, you might not feel much of a difference, but your lobbies will get slightly harder because you're playing with active, engaged, dedicated people that also bought the DLC just like you did. I don't think this is a radical, crazy, or new idea either. This has been happening pretty much the same since Modern Warfare 3. In MW3, if you deleted your DLC or disabled it in some way, you could get easier lobbies by playing with people that just didn't purchase it. They were far more casual. I did this for some gameplays in past CODs. I want to say Black Ops 2, though I can't remember exactly which one. There was just a button that you could hit to disable DLC. A lot of players, commentators, YouTubers, whatever, did this to get more casual players. I did it some myself. And just last night, J-Hub was streaming. He was trying to get 100+ gameplays, and he had one of his friends in the lobby that did not own the DLC so that they wouldn't get put in the DLC matchmaking playlist. I played with them, and I did notice that the lobbies were easier. Did I have any like hardcore analytical proof? No, but it was obvious and noticeable. I think that this is pretty obvious. I don't think this is, like I said, I don't think this is crazy or new. I'm pretty sure that we're just feeling the slightly sweatier lobbies because of the DLC. The difference this year is that the settings are being forced upon us by Treyarch. Previously, we could disable the DLC, we could not play the DLC, we could delete it, we could do something different, and go back to perfectly normal, slightly less sweaty matchmaking when we get tired of the new maps. However, this year that's just not an option. You're just going to take it or leave it, and I'm pretty sure it was done that way to keep the DLC playlist, or all playlists as a matter of fact, as populated as possible so that you get optimal matches, the dedicated servers aren't wasted, and so that the game won't have to keep putting you back into the same lobby. Downside is, though, you're stuck with DLC, and you're just going to have to play with that indefinitely. Guys, that's all for this short commentary. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something useful. If you agree with me, let me know in the comments. And if you disagree with me and hate me and think that I smell bad, you can also leave that down there in the comments. Drifter out.